Trained by JP Pumpage, the best non-stim pre-workout on the market. The goal of Pumpage is to give you a pre-workout that has flexibility. Usually if you go for a stim pre, you can't take it at certain times of the day. Whereas with non-stim, you can take it first thing in the day, you can take it the last thing at night, and you'll still be able to sleep. Most importantly, you're driving nutrients to where they need to be during training. This is gonna give you the pump, the mind-muscle connection you need to have fantastic training with no come down and no crashes. Also, it contains Trained by JP's own cell swell matrix, which is a combination of free-form citrulline, taurine, and betaine. If you're looking for flavor recommendations on Pumpage, my go-to is orange and mango blast. So get yours today at trainedbyjp.com.
Yes guys, I'm Finn.
I'm Josh.
My name is Noah.
Hi guys, I'm Mark. This is Natural Physique Coaching.
Take your time, get nice and wide.
We wanted to bring a coaching team to the table to help people achieve the highest level of results possible naturally under our guidance.
Too many people think that they have to start taking performance-enhancing drugs to achieve a high-level physique. We want to prove to you that you can do it naturally and achieve the physique that you've always dreamed of.
We are here to deliver the best.
not everyone understands what this sport truly means. The pain, the focus, the fire inside. You fall. You fail. You doubt, and yet you rise. Because this is what you do. You push through pain. You fight through fear. You show up when no one's watching. Every movement starts with a vision. It begins with passion. The NBW International is more than a competition. It's about giving back to the sport that shaped us, to the community that believed in us, to the journey that made us who we are. Now, it is your moment. Let a new era begin. This is NBW International 2025.
Okay, so welcome back everybody to section 4 of what has been a monumental weekend, the NBW Classic. If you're tuning in, you're just in time for the main events of the weekend, the pro category. So we have pro bikini first, pro men's physique, and then pro bodybuilding to conclude. So
yeah, so excited, and
excited
so excited. I think this is definitely a show where I can see already the audience is completely full, and we're going to see some new pros in there as well, challenging the more seasoned ones. So yeah, absolutely excited. We are starting with pro bikini as well, which we've got 4 athletes on our paper, but I believe yesterday's bikini winner will be joining them as well, so we'll hopefully see the 5 of them there. But yeah, I mean, super excited. We've got bikini, men's physique, bodybuilding. It's going to be good.
And good numbers for all categories.
Yeah, really good.
Normally across these UK shows with pro shows, there's about 3-4 athletes in these, but some stacked classes across the board.
Yeah, exactly. And we've already had from you guys on the live stream some battles you're waiting to see, particularly in men's physique. So let us know, what you're excited to see. I can see Zach's back in. Credit to Zach. Zach's been here all weekend.
I hope he's not still on the Stairmaster.
I hope he's not. No, he did his 45 minutes, so that's fine. But yeah, credit. Thank you, Zach. We really appreciate it. And obviously 300 of you already here to watch the pro show, so make sure you keep us entertained as well. Here we go, starting straight off with the bikini girls. Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I believe that's the athlete we saw yesterday in Masters Bikini.
Yeah, who achieved Pro Status yesterday, I believe. Did she?
Yes, must have. 119. Yeah. No.
Imagine they'll have new numbers as well.
Becky Goodall.
Let us know who you're supporting. Matilda, obviously, you've got a great fan base on this live stream. Which federation have they turned pro in? So they have achieved the UKDFBA professional status. Relatively new, a lot of people will be like, what is that? It essentially will allow them to compete with many federations abroad, enter other pro shows as well. So yeah, that will be it.
So I believe my dad has tuned into the live stream.
Shout out to Jack's dad.
Shout out Big Andy T. So that is Sean Kelly from the UK.
Yeah, and what's really nice to see with the pro show here, you can see that they're not bringing them out, all together. They're really, in pro shows, they're calling them out like they deserve to be. These are professional athletes, one by one, really kind of getting their chance to come out, show off, and then they'll obviously then go into the comparisons. But I think it is such a nice touch with a pro show. here we have our winner from yesterday. Oh, cheeky crab. Go on, for a bikini girl, I respect that so much. Just showing off her condition, really. Beautiful bikini too. So next up, Germany. Marisa. Also, what a standard so far. Already 4 girls on the stage now. Very strong. I think it's going to be very competitive.
I believe there are 2 other competitors waiting to come on
Amazing.
as well. So, you know, we're looking at six
Really good,
athletes
yeah,
here.
amazing. And look at that audience, so full.
I think the good thing about the weekend so far is it's run pretty smoothly time-wise.
Yeah.
Normally these shows drag on, especially with the numbers we've had this weekend, you'd expect it to drag on.
Yeah, but
you know, there are shows that go on long
good
into the night.
timing,
You know,
yeah.
but everyone's going to be looking at getting out of here, you know, before 6 o'clock. You know, which on a Sunday is what you want, really. You know, there are people that have driven a long way. You don't want to be getting home, you know,
super late.
too late, ready for work on Monday
Yeah.
morning.
Oh wow, very athletic
Looks fantastic.
bikini there. So in the natural divisions, you don't necessarily have the split of bikini like some of the other divisions where they perhaps have a standard bikini and an athletic bikini. So naturally you will also see a bit of a variation in the condition, because some athletes will come in as more of a standard bikini look, others will present that more athletic look, which, you know, different judging panels on different days will favour different looks. Pardon me, this was our bikini winner yesterday. Nice to see her joining them. She was super excited off stage yesterday. Very deserving of that pro status. So, yeah, this is our girls, our 6 incredible girls. I imagine they're going to bring them out to the centre and start doing some quarter turns.
Ladies, can I invite you all to the front line, please, in number order? So the 2 ladies in the middle, meet in the middle, either side of the centre spot.
You can tell as well, you know, these girls, they are pros. They know what they're doing.
There's a level of confidence about
confidence, the way that
they
they
walk on.
100%. I really like this pink in the middle, the light pink. Yeah.
187, 188.
Very good.
190, 192.
Some very tall individuals, obviously, you know, accentuated by the heels, but
yeah, they are quite a few tall girls on that liner. You kind of got 3 and 3, don't you? Like 3 the same height, 3 a bit taller.
You are now being judged. Please take the quarter serve to your right.
Okay, so now we'll probably expose some of their stronger and weaker shots. Very good.
varying conditioning as well.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. We briefly talked about it yesterday, but for me, my preference of bikini is this level of conditioning. Yeah. I like the hard look in the category. I think, you know, just because it is bikini, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be less muscled or softer. It's just a different look. It's not a less muscled version of figure. And it's really good to see, and it's really good to see that come alive. A very strong lineup. I'm still very, very attracted to the light pink in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going with bikini colour at the moment because I don't know all of the girls' names straight off the bat.
Okay, so I believe pink is Matilda.
Okay.
Who has great support in the chat. Yeah, massive support.
What do they win if they win the pro show? They win money. So there is cash prizes for the top 3, which, yeah, obviously, who doesn't want to win money? So that's their prize. I imagine they will also be getting medals as well. No waste in sight. You are right, Jack.
Right.
Team, delete the wastes of all these 6 girls. Oh, it is Matilda. Perfect. Thank you. I know Jack has told me that twice already, but I'm not listening to Jack, so. The battle of the pinks at the moment. 2 very good athletes, very different. Yeah, I like that change. I think I'd like to see purple up in there a little bit more.
you can see now with these girls being pros, just their ability, that the posing here, they're all very similar, all very good. You know, sometimes in the amateur lineups there's big discrepancy between the posing between the girls, and it makes certain people stand out, sometimes not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
But here they're all fantastic posers.
Yeah. So I think just left of Matilda at the moment, there's a little bit more develop in certain areas, but Matilda also has a very different like shape to her glutes and things. So 2 very different back shots, but very good back shots. If we're working our way in from far right, I believe she's going to get penalised because all of the other girls have come in a lot more conditioned, which, you know, as I mentioned at the start, I think if she was in a lineup where it was perhaps biased towards a bit of a softer look, she would do very well, which is probably also where she's won her pro status, in a lineup that is a little bit softer. But unfortunately, bikini is changing, bikini is becoming harder, like the other 5 girls are displaying. I think it is still going to be a bit of a battle, actually. I think for me, top 2 probably are quite clear with the centre.
Yes, I'd agree.
I'd like to see the other girls next to each other at some point, which I believe that they will be shortly.
I'm sure, Beth, I believe it's Beth Kennedy, who's just been moved in here from the UK. I'm sure they're going to battle with the Masters winner from yesterday.
192, 189 switch.
Okay, so they're moving all the girls around a little bit now, probably just to make sure they get a good look at everyone. So now we're seeing 2 different girls in the centre. Again, very good physiques, very different physiques. The blue with left of centre, she has quite a long body, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Which I think it's difficult because she's very good all round, but she does have quite a long abdominal section. I'll see them from the back in a second. They all have very strong side shots, so don't they? Very muscled. You'll notice that this is the favourable side pose for this federation. Different federations have a different version of this pose. Now, I'm no bikini expert, but that pose is very hard to get into from, you know, clients' experience.
A hip mobility perspective.
Yeah, 100%. It's not, and balancing it in heels as well is challenging.
I think that Matilda just looks great in that. I quite like the way she hits that side shot as well.
Yeah.
It's different to quite a lot of the other girls.
Yeah. I think Matilda gets beaten on a couple of the back shots, by a couple on the back shots, but as a complete package, I still really like her. I really like, you know, she's not the most muscled on that stage, but I really like her shape. She's tiny waist. Okay, they're happy.
Judges seem to be happy.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you the answer to this one. I'm not sure which way the judges are going to call it.
They haven't given us any sort of indication in terms of
how they're doing it.
Potentially, what I make of that is they made top 2 decision, and then they brought the 2 girls into the middle
to compare either side
for 3rd and 4th.
100%. And maybe just check them against their choice of 1st and 2nd. Potentially. We could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, these are tiny waist queen. Yes, she has a very small waist. 430 of you watching the pro show. I expected that, to be fair, yeah. Welcome everybody that is new as well. It's Zena and Jack on the commentary. Hope those, like Zach, has been listening to our voice all weekend, but some of you may have only just joined, so if you're wondering who's speaking.
Have you answered that question?
Yes, I have answered it, but I believe you probably weren't in the stream. So just to reiterate, that the pro cards are with UKDFBA, so that they achieved UKDFBA professional status, the ones that have come in from the amateur show. However, this show accepts any pro card, so any professional natural bodybuilder from a respected profession is allowed to enter this show, so they won't all have the same pro status.
So we'll have some athletes coming from, say, a DFAC pro.
Yeah,
I know we've got a few
DFAC in the men's. You've got WMBF pros. You've got, I mean, the previous PMBAs,
pros, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, even there's potential for OCBs, maybe ICNs.
Yeah. also for any girls watching, you know, this, I think these girls are going to be a perfect display of what your eye walk should look like. You know, they're professional athletes. They've done this many times. They are the people that you want to be looking up to if you're thinking of doing these shows in the future. If you're looking at achieving that pro status, this is the standard that you should be doing. But it comes with time, you know. These girls would have done this numerous times. So make sure, you know, you don't kind of be too hard on yourself.
Next contestant, number 187 from the United Kingdom. Please welcome Sean Kenny.
So Sean was somewhat in the mix? Did we say we're in the mix for the first, second?
Potentially, yes. Based on, you know, their first call out, you know, whether or not they moved them as what we thought or not. But yeah, I definitely think that she will be in the mix. A very, very good athlete. Yeah. Great shape, you know, great presentation. Very complete as well. Look at the striated glutes there.
Yeah, great development in the
really
back as well.
Good, yeah.
Yeah,
really
glutes are lean,
whoa,
yeah.
Very good. And I think, you know, for those of you on the stream that are perhaps, you know, not competitive bodybuilders or have never been that lean, like getting conditioned like that as a female in your glutes takes a lot. Yeah. Even for males, but I think especially getting striated glutes as a female, it's not really something that you see. So, yeah, I mean, you know, wow.
Thank you, Sean. Contestant number 188 from Denmark. Please welcome Matilda Sophie Nielsen.
So potentially the other.
Oh, we've turned the beat up for her.
The other individual fighting
yes.
for, you know, definitely a top 3 position.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, she's not the biggest girl on stage, but I really, really like her physique. I think she has a beautiful shape. Great presentation, great tan.
Yeah. And just to be honest, the like bikini makes her stand out as well. It's not 100%. Often you see a bikini like that.
That colour. Yeah, I think, you know, she's definitely probably my winner. And
I think there are a lot of people in the chat that have her
will
as
like
the winner
that comment.
as well. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's the same. Sometimes you can't deny like the biggest athlete on stage, but other times you don't necessarily have to be the biggest to be the most complete, most balanced. I think she's great.
And there's also, from a bikini perspective, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, like the color, your stage presence, you know, even just the overall look.
Yeah, for sure. It's, you know, it's less important with categories like figure, physique, and bodybuilding, what your hair, makeup, and things like that look like. But I think for bikini, especially, it is part of your look.
Especially if things are tight.
Yes,
you know,
of course.
If first and second are tight, and the hair's off slightly, you know, that'll all be marked down.
So Louisa here from Germany. So I think feedback for her, really, comparatively to the other girls, is going to have to come in a little bit harder to be more competitive with you know, the new standard of bikini. A lovely presentation. Oh, Oliver, I wouldn't say an easy win. It's been a battle.
Please welcome Ethan Kennedy.
Oh, I love her bikini. We both do.
So another British pro here.
Yes,
Beth
very
Kennedy.
good. Definitely also in contention. We saw her get moved in towards the end. Whether or not they are considering that as, you know, potentially the battle for first and second or the battle for third and fourth, it's not that clear right now, but probably the most muscled athlete today, I would say, on this bikini stage.
Very conditioned as well.
Conditioned, yep. And, you know, the amount of muscle she has is helping that. You know, it's helping her get that added bit of detail. But yeah, very, very good. very, very, very dense bikini athlete. Look at that.
Delts and quads in that front
Very
shot.
good, yeah. Even look at that, like the striations in her glutes when she's walking off, like wow. And that's another pointer for anybody that wants to do this category on the live stream, that you know your eye walk doesn't end when you do your last walk at the front. You're being watched all the way off the stage, and even if they're not judged, you know, it's part of the presentation.
This is our new pro from yesterday.
Yes. Very excited to be here and very well deserving winner yesterday. Another great physique.
Yeah,
and,
I think
you know,
the immediate feedback that we gave her yesterday needs to look at that back pose.
Open up that back shot. A few of the poses as well. I would potentially tweak a little bit just to be a little bit more kind of competitive with the pros. But what a great pro debut.
Concludes pro women bikini individual.
Okay, so I think so far the overriding theme is there's a lot of support for Matilda in the group chat.
The group chat.
The group
the
chat.
group chat. We've got a group chat now. The live streams at Mine and Jack's group.
It's a long weekend. Yeah, so I believe Beth Kennedy's coached by Hilly. She's done a fantastic job with her.
But yeah, also, like, you know, we've already said how amazing to have a pro show on UK soil with 6 bikini athletes in it. Like, that is phenomenal. And 6 athletes of such a high standard as well.
I think word will spread as well.
For sure.
You know, obviously, you know, this show's already gone down incredibly well. So I think there'll be, you know, even more pros potentially venturing over next year.
Oh,
obviously we've had some great feedback from
that means so much.
From a true original
Wow.
of natural bodybuilding who's been to probably more shows than anybody really.
Yeah, anybody on this stream. So wow.
If Berto's given us the thumbs up.
Yeah, that means so much. And you know, if anybody don't know who that is, you need to know. Thank you. That genuinely means the world.
So Berto, what I'm presuming that means is next year you're going to get
You're
your
gonna come
passport
over,
sorted
yeah.
and you're going to head over. I believe Cuba.
Have to bring Brian as well.
I believe Cuba Chillin has just walked in as well. IFBB Pro.
Place in the Pro International. 6th place goes to Germany, Lisa Leiser. 5th place goes to Denmark and Melanie Gabelgaard Christensen.
Okay, so not a bad pro debut here.
Yeah, I think, you know,
4th position.
and it's only going to be a matter of time really before she climbs the ranks, I think.
Looks relatively young, so.
Yeah, and she looks in place, you know. She definitely doesn't look out of place in this pro lineup. But I think experience is going to come with that. Nail that back shot, and I reckon, you know, we're there. So yeah, it is looking like it's going the way Jack and I predicted, where they essentially moved 3rd and 4th into the centre to compare them. So we are looking at the original call out for the top 2. And let's see which way they go.
Becoming somewhat the bikini expert
I know.
this weekend.
God, who would have thought, hey, Jack and Zena, bikini experts now.
Okay, so yes, it will be Matilda.
Potentially.
And
You're a silver medalist at runner-up.
Sean.
The silver medal goes to Denmark and Matilda Sophie.
Okay.
Oh, they went this way round.
So
Okay.
Matilda taking 2nd.
I think feedback really for Matilda. I think the only shot that potentially the others had her on would have been the back shot. But, you know, 2nd place to another very good very good bikini athlete. So I hope she's not disappointed with that, because she looks absolutely incredible.
What I would be disappointed with, though, is the blueberry cream of rice. Absolute diet flavour.
Oh no. Also, you guys can see the prize money as well. Oh. Very well deserved, Sean. Phenomenal.
You can tell she's very pleased about
Very
that as well.
happy, and you know, an absolutely incredible bikini athlete taking home her £1,000 prize money, which, you know, for a bikini pro show on UK soil, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. Wow, what a set of girls. A very close battle. I'd be interested to see the score sheets on that one, but Sean, very deserving. Well done.
And ladies and gentlemen, this was a very close to that very hard-fought contest. As you would
It's fantastic to see the numbers there and the standard.
100%.
Consider it's the first time.
Question though, Ryan, what is the best flavour? What should they be getting?
together, four opposed, four
Is that his question to me, or are you posing
He
that to
said
him?
they need to give everyone the best, and I'm asking what I know what you'll think is the best. I've asked you before. I can't remember, but I've asked you. What are you rolling your eyes for? Do you want to talk about it again?
I'm deep in thought.
Right then, look at that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So £1,000 to the winner, £600 to second place, £400 to third place, and that will be the same across all of the categories, which is phenomenal.
Brian Lewin, what flavour whey does blueberry cream of rice go with? I'm not in support of that at all. Give me a chocolate orange, a cookies and cream, or a white chocolate coconut any day.
The winner got strawberry.
Yeah, but more importantly, how much money did she win?
£1,000. Okay then, so that is Pro Bikini. That is our only women pro class today. Very good standard. Now what I'm sure many of you on this live stream are waiting for, onto the men's, so beginning with men's physique, which is gonna be a battle. I know a lot of you are very excited for this one. So let us know who you're supporting, who you're excited to see. I know Jack is very excited as well.
Yeah, I was just in the crowd in the break, and there were a few of the boys competing, having a good laugh. There's a lot of camaraderie between the men's physique pro boys. A lot of them are of similar ages, actually. You know, familiar with each other.
They've been competing together for a while.
A long while, because
yeah.
a lot of them came up together, so
Yeah.
they've gone through the amateur ranks together. So I'm sure it'll be a great day.
100%. And also, just in terms of the prize money itself, obviously that wouldn't be possible without all of the sponsors for the show. So thank you to any single person that sponsored. If you can tag them in your stories as well, it gives them exposure, gives them, you know, more likelihood of sponsoring the shows in the future, which is obviously such a big part of being able to run it the way that AJ has.
Okay, so we got some support for Josh Croggan in the chat. We've got some support for Reese as well.
Yes, Melvin, I am also an oats/oatmeal girl, and Brian, I also prefer it. I don't like cream of rice, so anyway, back to bodybuilding.
Yeah, matters more serious, yeah.
The more serious matters. Josephine, I've answered this question 3 times, so I don't think I'm going to answer it again, sorry. Wow. Here we go then. First up, Andrew.
I believe this is AJ's client, who turned pro over in America. I believe he's turned pro in multiple classes as well. Men's physique, classic. Definitely
Really
those two.
well.
I think he's got bodybuilding as well. Definitely
He's very
men's
good.
Classic. Okay, a bit of a seasoned competitor here in Bobby Rotherham.
Yeah, we've seen Bobby a lot, done a lot of pro shows. Looking very good. It'll be exciting to see
it's a
him.
different look. It's a grainier
Yeah.
look here.
He's dieted multiple times as well, and sometimes being able to get that kind of look comes from that.
180 from the United Kingdom, Johnny Clough.
Okay, so Johnny Clough, I believe, turned pro last year or the year before. I believe this is his first pro debut, or maybe second show. He's not done too many, so relatively new to the pro scene. Someone that has done many a show in an amateur scene though, so definitely worked his way up.
Yeah, I've seen him compete in Denmark actually as well.
Okay.
There we go, Josh. The crowd has gone mental. Josh is very popular.
Well, Josh is a local boy as well.
He is.
You know?
I have a lot of friends and family here today, and you know, what a physique.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, trains out of Ultraflex Rotherham just across the road.
Looks great.
Yeah, looks great there.
Yeah, really nice glaze as well, which helps. Wrapping his Gymshark
filling
shorts.
out those Gymshark shorts as well. Frogs.
There you go, Jack just getting a cheeky photo of Josh from the side. Right then, next up we have Jovan, who's competed actually with Josh multiple times already this season. Another absolutely incredible athlete. Trains out of Trained by JP's. We've seen him a few times over the years, but yeah, absolutely incredible physique, and you know,
still relatively young, I believe, as well.
Yeah,
very early 20s. So much ahead of that gentleman.
Such great potential.
Okay, so another British athlete here, Rhys Griffin. He's done very well this year.
It's going to be a battle for sure,
all
isn't it?
very different physiques though. All have their own strengths, slight different looks to everyone.
Here we go then, pro debut. Won his pro card yesterday. Was it yesterday? The days are all merging. Yes, I believe it was yesterday. And very good to see him also taking the step up to the pro category. Obviously they don't have to use their pro card; they can go away. But it's nice to see people come in and challenge the pros. Oh, here's where they've already gone wrong and messed up their order.
180, you're in the wrong place.
Oh, he's still in the wrong place.
In the wrong place. He's meant to be.
If you know Johnny, you know that is typical
Very
him.
typical.
Actually, yes, typical Johnny, just getting the instructions very wrong.
Okay, 183. Make sure you're on that centre stop, please. So over to your left. 184. Right, you're right. Sorry. 184 onto the next orange spot.
Okay then, right then. Let us know on the live stream what you're thinking.
Who have you
Initial
got?
impressions. I think Bobby looks very complete.
Bobby looks good.
Very good, yeah.
It's also it's a slight different look as well. It's like a razor conditioning to the midsection there.
Very strong.
Then you have the fullness of Jovan.
Tiny waist of Jovan as well, really, really small. Josh looks good. Even our winner from yesterday, they're all very good.
Gentlemen, this is it. You are now being judged. Please take a quarter turn to your right.
Bobby's going to be hard to deny here.
100%,
He's definitely going to get
Bobby
moved in
looks
at some
great.
point. It's just a lot of density through especially like the top line area. Josh Coggan has a very good back shot.
Yeah. Jovan as well.
Jovan,
so
especially
much
upper back wise.
Quarter turn to your right.
Jovan's obliques are also great. Very good. He just takes up quite a lot of space.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing as well. That sort of top line area, chest and delt, does just take up a lot of space.
Yeah, Zach, I agree. Jovan is very full. He looks very good. I think it's definitely going to be a battle. I think it'll be interesting to see Bobby in the mix with them a bit closer on the stage to see how they compare. I'd probably get him up there.
Potentially moving Bobby into centre, and then Jovan and Josh either side.
Yeah, I think so. And I think for the other athletes on the stage at the moment, it's just a case of just tissue density. I think, a very competitive group of boys. Cool, so 3 in the middle as we predicted. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle to see which way they go between these. I think from the front, again, Bobby's midsection, very good. Jovan's taking up a lot of space. Josh, he's great in this category, it's going to be a challenge.
I think Jovan just has a lot of pop to his
Yeah,
physique. Yeah,
he's a natural, isn't he? He's very much just a natural. That's like the only real word. Andrew coming slightly in from the end. I think deserving to be a little bit closer.
Yeah, I think this is his first pro show, I believe.
And I think for him it's just going to be time. You just see the other guys, they just have that like more mature tissue on them.
Yeah, there's a great look about him. It's all there. So the midsection's tiny. He's got great chest.
Yeah, very good. See, you just can't, Jovan's top line is unreal.
Yeah.
Poppy delts, he's very wide.
He's also filling those
full,
shorts
yeah,
as well.
he's full, and his chest is full. Yeah, I think from the back as well, I think Jovan is creeping ahead. Someone saying Reese looking on the money. I agree. He looks great.
I don't think he could.
I don't think he could
look any
No,
better.
100%.
Realistically, that's a pretty perfect peak.
Yeah.
And ultimately, he's probably just getting pipped by individuals that have a little bit more pop to their physique naturally. Anyway, just a little bit more muscle.
It's a little bit more of a taper. Like when you're comparing him to Jovan, Jovan does just have that slightly wider upper and a little bit more of a pop. So yeah, I think it's going to be Jovan's. I'd be interested to see if they put Josh and Bobby next to each other.
Yeah, I'd quite like to see that battle.
Yeah, to see second, third.
We talk about sort of posing and the importance of it and how hard it is. As a men's physique competitor, your midsection must be so tired after this, because there's so much emphasis here now on keeping that midsection tight.
Yeah. Okay, so they're just moving people essentially where they were, but the opposite ways around, holding Jovan in the centre. Again, just going to be, there we go, we're going to see Josh in the centre. So from our perspective now, I don't know if they're putting Josh in because they have him winning or because they want to compare him to Bobby. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. It could be that, they think he's going to be there, but it also could be to compare him to Bobby. So we'll see, You never know what the judges are thinking. We can guess, but we don't know. From the back, Josh is very good as well. I think for me, Jovan does still pip it, so I think this will be comparing Bobby and Josh. And out of the two,
in back shots, I'm probably giving that to Josh.
Yeah, me too. I think Josh does take the back shot. I think overall, potentially Josh. Bobby definitely does have some areas which are very, very competitive, but Josh has that wider.
Also, in this side shot here, you'll notice that Jovan's actually opening up his torso a lot more,
all the way
whereas
around.
maybe Josh could bring that rear shoulder around a little bit more, occupy a little bit more space, because he's not far off Jovan in terms of muscularity. If anything, sometimes he beats him, but it's just not quite displaying it, especially in that side shot.
So my 1-2 at the moment is Jovan then Josh. I guess then it's a case I've got some people in here considering whether or not Reese would pit Bobby if they were next to each other.
Yeah, I think that's that's definitely a comparison that could have been made.
That could have been made, but I think that, you know, the judges are happy, and I believe that's the way that they potentially will go. But again, you know, I don't know if that's what they were doing with that call out. We're not on the judging panel. We're just speaking from a screen. Yeah, Jake, obviously Josh is going to plug his Gymshark.
Incredible. Men's Physique Pro lineup.
Louis, what do you think? Obviously, what would you say results-wise? Thank you for commenting, by the way. Let us know your thoughts on the top 3. I'd be very interested to see.
United States of America, please welcome Andrew Lynn.
All the way from America. Wow.
Yeah, I believe he's
a successful season.
I believe he's a client of AJ's.
Yeah.
He's had a very successful season, turning pro in, I believe, obviously men's physique here and classic physique. I think he might have turned pro in bodybuilding as well, but definitely the previous 2 categories. Like we said,
very good.
Physique's fantastic. I think just more time. That's all it is. I believe he's a young individual, so you know, because what he's got going for him, his waist is fantastic. He's got good midsection, so just needs a little bit more of everywhere, really. You know, a little bit more chest out, back.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm not sure how old he is, but it's just going to be time for him. You know, he has it all. It just needs a little bit more of everything. He tries to come round these stairs. There we go. So Maka says Josh and Reese are most complete as an overall package, but Joven has that wow factor, shape and pure size. And yeah, you know what? We agree. You know, you get these freaks that come on and they just look big.
Yeah, if you were agreeing with that, you know, Reese did get like somewhat overlooked, just because of, like you said, the wow factor of, you know, a top line of Joven, for example.
Yeah, Louis agrees.
Because, you know, you've got to be super impressed with Bobby's look he's brought here.
Brainy,
like,
isn't he?
Absolute nails.
Yeah.
You'd probably argue the most conditioned guy in the show in terms of the men's physique boys here.
Joven, Josh, then Bobby. Yeah, Chris, that's I think what I'm going with as well, you know. If Reese creeped into 3rd, I wouldn't be, you know, against it, but I think that is where I would also place the results. So Johnny on the stage now. For those of you who don't know, he's a Masters men's physique. Obviously challenging in the Open here. So yeah, great to see. Yeah, Maka, that comes with experience. Bobby's been around for a good few seasons now. He said he never misses his peak, but yeah, he comes in.
Oh, yeah. I think he's done so many shows now.
He knows. He's got it locked in, the routine.
And also it helps, you know, when you are a seasoned competitor, your body just gets used to it. You know, you have that muscle there already. He's clearly got an abundance of muscle, so peaking it becomes a bit easier.
So we've got Josh on now. Always, you know, very, very good walk.
You know, great stage presence, great confidence. And obviously he knows he's got great support.
Great support in the crowd.
You know, I'm looking in the crowd, a lot of the front row have their phones out, taking videos, so he's got great support there.
There's a lot of people cheering Josh on in the audience. Morty thinks Joven, Josh, then Reese. Melvin, what do we think about tattoos? It's a difficult one, you know, because sometimes I do think that they distract from a physique, especially if they're placed in certain areas. But if you can hide them, cover them, it's okay. But ultimately, you know, if you've got a massive tattoo like over your quad or somewhere like that, I do think it's a distraction.
Yeah, often quad and back tattoos often blur a lot of detail through there, so that's what you've got to be careful of.
Joven looking incredible.
Yeah, if anything, maybe harden up a little bit more again now into these.
He's just, there's a lot of muscle. Just that, like we've already said on the live stream, you know, it has that wow factor. Genetically very good physique.
Yeah, a whole lot of potential here. Joven's young. I don't even believe he had the smoothest of years leading up to this. I know he did very, very well in 2022, I believe. And then, you know, since then he hasn't had an easy off season of continual progress. I think he had some time off during those few years. So very excited to see what he does in the future. Reese here potentially got overlooked a little bit in the call-outs. But, you know, like they've said in the comments, a very complete package here.
And he definitely has not been overlooked by our live stream viewers, because Reese's name has been there, you know, from the start, and well deserved. You know, he's a great athlete. I think it's hard sometimes when you are up against, you know, such a competitive lineup. He may creep into third, but I think the judges potentially have him fourth on this occasion. Great though. What a tough lineup, I guess, when you get to that pro standard.
Someone of that caliber might not be looking at a top 3.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Someone that's won multiple shows before, you know. Okay, so this is Don Maguire from Ireland.
Again, you know, for him, he's got the shape. It's just going to be a matter of getting more tissue on that frame to be a bit more competitive with the guys in the top spots. Reese is very well loved by this live stream.
So if you are on the live stream now, following the men's physique, we have the pro bodybuilding. So far there are, I believe, 9 names in the list. Yes, 9 names. I believe Connor Lewis, who turned pro earlier, has turned down the opportunity, and I completely get that. I spoke to Connor during the break. He's ending the day on such a high. You know, I've spoken to him. He's very emotional about winning that pro card. So it's almost not worth it for him to throw his hat, a name in the hat amongst some incredible pros, and then potentially dampen that up, you know,
That's
finishing
such a
out
high that he's on right now, for sure. Maka said that Reese beat, I'm presuming you're talking about Reese, beat Joven and Josh at PCA. Yeah, you know, it is show to show. The results can change, and also different federations, you know, they look for different things. So Josh is giving me and Jack the eye right now because he's on the side of the stage.
No.
So yeah, let's see what the judges think, you know.
Where he's placing.
And the top 5 in our pro men's physique are as follows. 5th place. 5th place in pro physique goes to the USA and Andrew Lynn.
Okay, so it's a great sort of first outing for Andrew. Taking 5th.
Yeah, great for him to crack a top 5 medal. So always especially nice after the travel as well.
Fourth place goes to the United Kingdom, Reese Tippett.
Yeah, as predicted. So we've got Reese in 4th.
An athlete that wins multiple shows.
Yeah, I mean, you know, an athlete 4th on this occasion would have beaten the top 3 on a different occasion, which is absolutely crazy.
Receiving the bronze medal, £400 cash sponsored by Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide. The bronze medal goes to Bobby Fotheringham.
Oh, do you know what, Jack? I think I might be a men's physique expert too. Bobby in 3rd, I believe it'll be Josh next. But you know, he got moved to the centre, so we'll see. Oh, there you go. Split decision. 3 votes to 2. See which way they're going to go.
And on that split, your silver medalist receiving £600 cash from Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide, and the runner-up position is Josh Grogan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh Grogan taking second.
Josh getting his £600, which, you know, as we thought, Jovan taking the win on this occasion, which, you know, these boys have battled it out now for a good few shows, so it's nice to see it rotating a little bit.
Pounds from Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide, and the title of Pro International Champion for 2025, Jovan Esser.
You can tell that means a lot to him.
Yeah.
Very humble guy, you know, and I think it's very well deserved on this occasion. I think, yeah. I mean, I think the judges got it right. But you guys in the live stream may have a different opinion. But yeah, split decision first and second. It's always a tough one to be on the wrong side of that split. And you know, if there was one different judge in that place, it could have gone the other way, which obviously we've seen at other shows. But on this occasion, yeah, Jovan out on top.
Come to the end of the line, guys. We need to get a picture of this Pro Men's Physique lineup. What a belter.
So very good standard there.
Your head judge, Christian, has appealed that this is the best Pro Men's Physique lineup that we have ever hosted on UK soil. And I'm not just talking about in our organisation. This is the best of the best. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Okay, so Lee Kemp, head judge, just reiterating what we're saying here. This is probably it is the best men's physique natural pro lineup they've ever seen, not just within this federation, but just across the board, across the entirety of natural bodybuilding.
Incredible.
Like, if you saw that on the weekend at PCA, not even PCA Naturals, if you saw that at PCA show, you'd
be like, wow, okay, yeah. great men's physique. Incredible.
Whether I should be plugging other federations, I don't know. But
we're inclusive of everything.
So Jovan taking home a nice £1,000 there.
There you go.
I think we need to mention that as well, like the amount of prize money being put in for these pro athletes as well.
So we have someone also, yeah, go on, you carry on with that train of thought, because
yeah, the amount,
how incredible.
That's a lot of money out of pocket, you know, and it's like we said, all the sponsorship as well. You can see there's not been any, you know, half efforts here this weekend. You know, we got the sparklers going off in front here, you know, even just the backdrop itself, you know, with the NBW logo, the signs, the production. You know, AJ is not skimped out at all on this, and I know that this is going to be, you know, a show that's going to continue on for many years. There's already plans for next year, and based on how successful this has gone already, I know it'll be because of how successful he's seen it's been. He'll put even more investment into it again.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
This was a pretty stab in the dark into. He didn't know whether it was going to be successful.
Yeah,
but
you
he
don't know if
poured his
anyone's going to
entirety
turn
to
up.
it.
You don't know if anyone's going to watch.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew that people would, but yeah, it's so true. You know, like, he's put everything into this, and so much passion behind it as well, which just makes it what it is. And you know, we all wouldn't be here without everyone else. So yeah, some disagreements in the live stream chat, but that's bodybuilding. That's a subjective sport. Oh, Bobby coming on the stage. Let's see.
Now, every show I do, I always try and get him on. So,
Oh, Bobby's getting Finley on the stage.
Now, bodybuilding is actually from a lot of things. And Finley, you did bodybuilding, rather. This sort of inspires someone. But people say like bodybuilding is a selfish sport, but I'm actually the best people in this room on this sport. And one of them, Sean, she needs winning to go. Obviously, Sean, come on stage. Yeah? And we're going to try and get a big family picture. Yeah? Can we get family together? Yeah? Show us your muscles. Yeah? Ready? Show us your muscles then. Let's Let's see him. Up. Hey. Right.
Is he gonna propose? Are they already engaged? I don't know.
Sean and me, we met. I first seen Sean 6 years ago. 6 years ago. And guys, things that I never thought I would do, ever. This is one of them. This is the other. Now, 3 years we've been together, and it's been the best 3 years of my life. And so, Sean, I did say I'd never do it. Will you marry me?
Our first proposal.
I get to commentate over it. I chose not to ruin it.
We didn't ruin it for them.
Falling in love.
Aw, congratulations. And the sparklers. Oh. A huge congratulations to them both.
Congratulations,
what a beautiful
both.
moment.
Keep it PG, please. Bobby, keep it PG. There's no age restrictions on this live feed.
Darren's crying. Oh. What a beautiful moment, and you know that will also go down in history with this fantastic NBW event. Okay, now we've had a little bit of love. We are on to a little bit more of a battle. Yes, our first UKDFBA wedding proposal. Now, pro bodybuilding. Bit of a change.
Are they going to be able to follow that up? No, it definitely will. Standards huge here. So this is the main event.
The big one.
This incredible weekend of bodybuilding. This is Pro Men's International Bodybuilding. We have 11 athletes to take the stage. I'd like to introduce them one by one, ladies and gentlemen. Our first athlete.
So, the one a lot of you have been waiting for, men's pro bodybuilding. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
In bodybuilding this weekend from Spain, Gonzalo Rodriguez.
So just announcing the additions to this category.
Gonzalo, you missed the best intro of your life. Okay, next up, another gentleman who earned his pro status this weekend. After years and years of climbing his way to the top, he is your Pro International Heavyweight Champion. He makes his pro debut from Austria, Marco Brucha.
Okay, so we have the Austrian winner earlier from the heavyweight class, who's taken his opportunity to
compete as a
pro. A lot of muscle, big frame, fantastic side shot we saw earlier.
Our next contestant, number 169, former UK champion overall, former amateur natural Olympic champion, makes his pro debut today. Adam Powell, United Kingdom.
So a favourite among many of you, Adam, who's been very excited for the show. Obviously, Adam also NBW athlete, so you've seen a lot of him around socials and things like that. Great to see him on the pro stage.
Even using the thumb tape, which you don't see, has started to creep in terms of it helps with the front and back lat spread. You can see the thumb tape there, which prevents slipping from the thumbs.
Oh wow!
Giving away all the secrets here.
You are, yeah.
Okay, so from Cyprus, Michael.
United Kingdoms, Michael Boyle, former Pro Universe competitor.
Okay, another UK pro here, Michael Boyle. You're going to notice there's going to be some drastically different physiques here,
Yeah,
you know,
very different.
different ages, different strengths, weaknesses. So it's going to be different, like sort of skin textures, quality to the muscle, etc.
100%. Zach on the live stream saying Adam's dug down, and yeah, 100%. I think this is going to be, you know, the most conditioned we've seen Adam. So it'll be very, very good to see him up against the other guys. Next up, Gene, who is a phenomenal pro, very, very good. I think, you know, he's definitely going to be up there in contention. One of my personal,
it's a good look.
yeah,
it's a good
very
look.
good. One of my personal favorite athletes I've seen. Very good, very, very good.
Our next contestant making his pro bodybuilding debut this evening from the United States of America,
Okay,
Andrew Liam.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the athlete that competed in Men's Physique Pro was also a bodybuilding pro as well.
Fair play, you know.
So going straight
Look at that. You would never know those legs were under those
Got
shorts.
the wheels
I
as
mean,
well.
yeah. Like, we know because we've seen him compete in bodybuilding, but it's kind of crazy, isn't it? A lot of people think men's physique, they don't have the legs, but he does. Yeah, Ollie, I presume you're talking about Gene. He is a very, very, very good athlete.
Okay, so from Greece, Panagotis, fantastic athlete.
And yeah, another outstanding pro. It's definitely going to be a battle. I've seen him a lot over Instagram, and yeah, very, very good. I believe he turned pro this year.
Number 175, making his pro debut this year's overall United Kingdom champion, 2023 World Amateur champion from the UK, Chris Drinkwater.
Another UK athlete, Chris Drinkwater, making his pro debut here. Razor sharp quads. Great legs. Glutes are dug out as well. It's definitely going to be in the mix.
Yes, Theo, hello, welcome to the live stream. It is a great lineup. It'd be cool to see you in it as well. I bet you wish you were stage lean right now, battling with these guys. Oscar, if you mean drug tested, yes, every division is drug tested. It is a natural bodybuilding show where they are drug testing throughout the contest.
Okay, this is also a very new pro as well, Dean. You wouldn't think so though, with the amount of muscle development he has.
Absolutely crazy. It's you know, his glute shape for me.
Yeah, it's the glute shape.
Unreal. Very good, and great genetics as well.
And finally, contestant number 177 from Germany, following up on his runner-up position in the NBW Pro Grand Prix in Germany last weekend. Let's welcome to the NBW stage, David Isaac.
So our final men's pro, David Isaac from Germany. Gonna be a battle for sure. Initial thoughts, I think Gene's gonna be up there. I think Panagotis is gonna be up there. I think a few of the other guys are gonna challenge him. Very interested to come see them next to each other.
Yeah, it'd be very.
Gene, Dean.
I think Gene just has a different pop
Yeah,
to the muscle.
Robbie, this is pro bodybuilding, so this is a stage full of professional athletes. Okay, so we are going to have a first look at everyone before they do a first call out. So this is going to be the first look at the first 5 guys, and already, wow, also definitely the best we've seen Adam so far.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. You are now being judged.
Adam's quads are ridiculous, aren't they? Wow.
Quarter turn to your right.
What's nice to see is also the Austrian that turned pro earlier just doesn't look out of place
No.
either.
Yes, very well deserved pro.
Quarter turn, gentlemen, face the rear of the stage.
Yeah, realistically, it's going to be hard to not look at Jean here.
Jean is just, yeah, wow.
Quarter turn
Very
to the
good.
right.
Very good. Again, very experienced competitor, Jean. You know, he's done this before. As you know, as with a lot of them, but I think, you know, he's definitely gonna be a standout of this show. But what a lineup of the first 5. Very, very good.
Gentlemen, your mandatory poses now, starting with your front double biceps.
So with the pop to the muscle that Jean has, he's probably going to excel in the muscularity round as well.
He's very well glazed as well. It's always a bonus. I'm a big fan of a good glaze.
Chest, gentlemen, please.
You know, Adam's very impressive in that side pose,
For
you know,
sure.
with the arm, side
Yeah,
leg.
his side leg is looking
Face the rear,
great.
gentlemen. Show the calf, double bicep.
It's not a week back on stage.
No.
Really. Yeah. You don't really get to a pro standard by
Without
having
a
weak
week
body
back.
parts. Really.
No, exactly. You know, all of these guys, outstanding.
Side triceps. Face forwards, gentlemen, abdominals and thighs. Both hands overhead. And gentlemen, please finish with your most muscular.
Already it's going to be very hard to look past Jean here, you know, just based on this call out.
100%.
Just with how well he's been peaked here, the amount of fullness.
He looks spot on. Very, very good. Another note for anybody that's kind of dabbling in and out of the live stream, the beauty of this pro show is we're seeing pros from numerous federations. You know, we've got DFAT pros, we've got WNBF pros up there, we've got UKDFBA pros, PNBA, you know, DFNB, all of the letters. DFBA.
Your time now.
Okay, so
This is it, you are now being judged.
out of this second call out, immediate thoughts, Jack, what are you thinking?
Let them run through a few poses first. It's very hard to look beyond the taller individuals, the 3 in the middle.
You want to turn to your right?
Yeah, I think, you know, again, the 3 in the middle with Jean are definitely going to be part of that first call out.
Gentlemen, please face forwards. Okay, guys, double biceps.
Dean has a nice pop to the physique as well, especially considering he's a newish
Really
pro
good,
here.
yeah.
Only turned pro this
New
year.
pro, yeah. DFAC. Actually coached by Adam, who's
Being
also
coached
on
by
the
Adam
stage.
Power, who's also on the stage
Which,
as well.
you know, it's a similar case with Ella and Diana earlier. You know, you've got a coach and a client on the stage, which is, you know, it's hard. And credit to Adam for being able to do that as well. You know, peak a very good athlete whilst being in prep, peaking himself as well.
For the same show.
Exactly. We've got blue trunks is ridiculous. Yeah, he's pretty crazy, isn't he, Dean?
Yeah, and you know we can't ignore a relatively new pro on the far left, the German David. Just a little bit light in the legs compared to some of the others. Definitely not up top though. Could argue some of the best.
Very good. Very good. Panagotis also holding his own. You know, it's gonna be a tough battle for sure. I think for the second, third, fourth. For me, Dean is gonna take it, but it'll be interesting to see him against these guys because obviously this still isn't a first call out. We're just having a look over everyone.
And gentlemen, please finish with your most muscular.
Potentially with Panagotis here, I think his colour's letting him down a little bit. Because I think he'll probably be in this first call out now, though. I really like the look of him.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to be going to a first call out now, which I believe Jean will come centre stage, and then I'm interested to see, you know, which way that they're going to go with the other ones. Heavy duty condition on display. Yes, Dave, you're very, very much correct on that. Yes, it is. It's Adam's client who won the DFAT Pro card a few weeks back.
So definitely decisions to be made from the judges here. That's why it's taking their time. Because this is a very tough class to judge.
Okay, gents, listen in. Centre stage, can I take 172?
Yes, as predicted, and do you know what? You know, very well deserved first call out for him.
Okay, so David, Germany.
That's the 177, 169.
Cool, Adam getting in, very nice.
170.
Okay, so your first call out. I think, you know, they potentially will move people in and out to make sure they're giving everyone a fair look, a great look at, you know, everyone compared to different people. We've already got a swap.
Yeah.
Would like to see Jean open up a little bit more in this pose. I think he's exposing himself a little bit there. Luckily for him, you know, I think his other shots going to carry him through.
The pop to the muscle just allows him to turn.
Yeah, you can get away with it when you're that good, but sometimes, you know, stuff like that does matter.
Okay, my only critique of some of the boys on side of stages, a little bit relaxed in some of these poses.
Yeah.
I'd be holding a front relaxed if possible, just to try and work their way back in.
Yeah, for sure. You know, those guys on the side of the stage, if they want to get pulled in, they should be at least holding a front relaxed. So yeah, some people in the live stream placing their bets. I think they will get moved around, Josh. I think, you know, they will pull potentially Dean in at some point to have a comparison. But yeah, I agree. Likely winner in Jean in the centre right now. I think he's very complete. He's got everything.
I'd probably like to see Dean compared in this as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
I
what
also
we're
think,
saying.
and also realistically, the Greek Panagotis is somewhat unfortunate.
Yeah.
You got all of these athletes have their strengths though, and all these guys that presumably have been brought into the first call out are the ones with the least weaknesses.
Yeah. I definitely think, you know, once they're happy with top two, that they're going to play around a little bit just to make sure, again, we've seen it multiple times today, you know, just because they're not called out first doesn't mean that they're not going to be in that top five. It's crazy though, because, you know, you can see Jean in the centre. He's not the biggest boy on stage, but
probably the smallest frame out of everyone.
The smallest frame out of everyone, but
172, 175, 170.
Okay, so they're pretty happy with top three, I believe. But now I think it'll be interesting to see whether or not, you know, the guys that potentially hadn't got called out in that first bit work their way in. And, you know, Panagotis and Dean, I actually had them up there, so it'll be interesting to see them now in comparison to the other guys. Dean's height definitely doesn't favour. He's a big guy, isn't he? Same with Panagotis. I think, you know, when you're that tall, you immediately get drawn in. So yeah, these three I'm happy to see together. Actually, we've got Dean, Adam, and Panagotis. I think, you know, for me, I think that those three will be next in the placings.
Last red.
Lovely shot from Panagotis there.
Yeah, really good shot.
He's working his way up here, I think.
Side chest either side.
Great side leg from Panagotis too. Really, really good.
I really believe he could be working his way up.
Yeah.
He's initially not in first call out.
100%. But you know, people can get overlooked, especially in such big lineups. But this is why they do this. You know, they're now comparing. They may pull them back out with their quote unquote top three that they've selected right now to make sure, you know, that they're not going to edge in. From the back, I think Dean looks outstanding. Far left.
But then even far right, conditioning through the glutes there.
Look at that! Wow.
I believe that's Michael Boyle from the UK.
Yeah, very good. I think Dean perhaps lacks a little bit of like upper back compared to some of the others, but very good. You know, Adam's looking great as well. Kind of got all of them.
Yeah.
Relax, 177 back in line. 171, take a step to your right on that.
Okay, so David from Germany's been sent back in line, potentially looking at a fourth position.
Potentially. I'm not sure whether that's a fourth or whether that's not in. I think they're going to play around with them a little bit. I think, to be honest, this is actually going to be the contention to either work their way into the top three or for fourth, fifth, sixth. It's hard, isn't it? Who knows what they're thinking? I definitely think they're going to do more call-outs though.
Okay, so the problem comes here now is
sweating here.
Sweating because they are getting worked. This is the third call out in a row that Adam Power's been in now.
Yeah,
so
he's being worked hard. We've got a comment that we've overlooked, Chris. 175. Is he in the pink? Ramiz, is he in the pink trunks? Trying to see his number.
Chris Drinkwater, no, far side. He's off the stage. I think we're looking at him in third, I believe.
Oh.
Third or second.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to see him out again. Honestly, yes, I was very distracted by Gene. He was from our view especially very, very good to look at. So, but of course, you know, we're not on the judging panel. I would like to see him back out.
Well, Jake, at the moment, Adam was in top 5, but he's been put in a
shift.
A call out here with, you know, boys towards the end of the call out, so he's definitely been made to work for it.
This is the last call out.
Okay, let's see what they're going to do.
Stage 172.
Right, I believe this is where they're going to redo their top 5. So essentially, I believe this is the second first call out. So this is Chris. We will not overlook Chris. We will give you some commentary on Chris as well. Jack has actually mentioned that he thinks
how
Chris
razor
looks
sharp he is.
superb, and I agree. You know, he looks
similar
incredible.
here with McKellen from Cyprus. Razor sharp as well.
Really good.
Okay, so somewhat solidifying top 3 here.
Three very good athletes. very, very, very strong, and they all have different strengths, you know. I think Chris has more muscle in a lot of areas, but for me, Gene's shape it is still going to carry him through.
Yeah, I think you can't really ignore Gene.
No. He's just very bubbly as well, you know. Midsection control, very good. He's on. He's landed this perfectly, in my opinion. Oh, but look at his glutes. Darren saying these boys should be able to do multiple rounds. Yes, Darren, I agree with you. So William, we are essentially at the side of the stage, so we can see the competitors from the side and the back, but what we're commentating on is the exact screen that you're seeing. So we are essentially watching the live stream with you, commentating that. So we're seeing the same as you, essentially, and we're not seeing them from front on, so we're not seeing from the judge's point of view, but essentially the live stream is pretty much the best quality thing I've ever seen. So yeah, we're seeing very similar to what you're seeing.
Quick question from Jake, who's Gene coached by? Gene's actually coached by one of his long-term friends, Opio, who has competed multiple times himself. Actually, I've competed against Opio, but has taken a bit of time off from competing for business ventures. He also has 2 children, I believe, but he's coached him very well and he's landed him incredibly well here.
Yeah, I agree. And Dave, 175, Chris Drinkwater's condition is phenomenal, but I think, in a case like this of a pro lineup, I think, unfortunately, shape it is just carrying Gene through it, and you can't deny that, and I think he's a clear winner for me.
I almost would have quite liked to see side by side pitting for second and third.
And also, I don't actually know where they're going to go with 4th and 5th. I thought they would have done another call out actually, but I guess they've decided.
I'd argue this is the toughest class of the day.
Yeah,
to judge,
it's
really.
always going to be, isn't it? Especially for the 2nd to 5th.
First up, number 60, making his professional debut with us tonight. The man from Australia, heavyweight international champion, Marco Brucha.
It's funny now, you'll see as you watch the pro bodybuilders, they will be very used to standing on the centre of the centre and holding their poses, because they know that's where the best lighting and the best photography is. So yeah, you will see a lot more of that as you get into the pros. I think some of them will take the opportunity to move around the stage, but a lot of them will rinse this photo opportunity.
Thank you, Marco. Next up, 169 from the United Kingdom is Adam Powell.
He's someone that's competed through, the UKDFBA for many years now. Has managed to rectify the sweating issue and the tan.
Sure, there was a towel at hand waiting for him at the side of the stage. I think this is definitely the best we've seen out of the season. I
believe there's still a few more shows for him this year, because because I would still like to see a little bit more conditioning through the lower body, because he's made drastic improvements on a muscularity standpoint.
Sure. I think it's been a very hard prep as well for him.
And we've also had to factor in, not that it's an excuse, but it's got a lot going on in terms of the business perspective as well.
Yeah.
You know, coaching many clients, you can't always give it everything in terms of your own endeavours. When he's travelling to multiple shows across Europe for clients as well.
Being there for all of his clients, and then still being on prep yourself. It's not an easy thing to do.
So this was the athlete fighting for second and third place.
Great
Michael
glutes.
from Cyprus. Initially didn't wow us when he first came out, but has definitely grown into this category here 100%.
Now. I think I was having this chat off the live stream. It's really difficult sometimes when somebody is like so balanced that they don't have a standout body part, in the sense that when they come onto the stage, you're not wowed by them, but when you kind of evaluate them from a bodybuilding perspective, they are actually super complete, super balanced, which is when they then work their way up. But obviously, if someone has a standout body part, you're drawn to them initially, which is where the excitement comes from, but you can't then overlook like a complete and balanced physique.
What's very apparent about Michael here is the conditioning through the glutes. So, and just conditioning in general.
There you go. Here we go. Our personal favourite. Gene, let's see what he does with his routine.
Side leg is incredibly good.
Absolutely ridiculous. Wow.
It's just like you said earlier, Zena, it's hard to argue with that fullness.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's not something you often see on a natural bodybuilding stage. To get in that level of conditioning and still hold that level of fullness, it doesn't happen often.
He's bang on, and I saw him in person at the DFAT Grand Prix, and I think he's even better again. He was outstanding there, but wow.
You've got to wonder if he's this full on stage, what does he look like in an off-season setting?
Yeah.
It'd be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, I think him and Opio, they've nailed this. He's on when it matters. It was a very, very tough lineup today, but I think for me he's a standout.
Yeah. 173 from the United States of America.
Natural gains, that fullness with that condition is no joke. And you can see why we're so impressed, because you just know, especially you, Jack, you are a male bodybuilder, you'll know what that takes to get that.
You
get that look.
very rarely see that. So debutant within the pro ranks here from the USA, Andrew Lim. Saw him previously in men's physique. I think here it's just a matter of great shape, but to be competitive within the pro ranks, there needs to be a slight step up in conditioning. But you know, just more muscle everywhere, whilst keeping hold of the waist.
And do you know what, actually, is something to mention for him is he's had the downside of having to travel. It does impact you. You know, if you're traveling from the States, you sometimes are going to be that little bit off, which is hard when you're the one traveling. You've got experience with that, Jack. Obviously, you know, you've traveled to shows. Do you think that it really affects your look, or you know, how any tips for people of managing it?
It's very individual. You know, some people suffer with it more than others. Obviously, the main way you factor in that is by getting in there early. You know, some people don't have that luxury, but if you can get in, you know, 4 or 5 days earlier, it does make a massive difference, because then you reduce any of the impact of any like water retention, for example. You know, people talk about potentially not using carbs during the flight. So a lot of people use like proteins and fats during the flight. So that's another thing.
A lot of people talk about that.
Next up, number 174 from Greece.
Jake, I'm not sure when your comment came in. If you're on about Andrew, yes, it is one of AJ's guys. Obviously, Gene isn't, but I believe you're talking about Andrew Lim. Panagotis looking absolutely incredible as well. You know, the level of physiques we've seen on this pro bodybuilding stage have been absolutely outstanding, and another one where, again, just phenomenal. Melvin, are you a bodybuilding pro? Me and Jack are very interested to know, so let us know whether you are or not, or what your Insta handle is, so we can have a little stalk.
Number 175 from the United Kingdom, please welcome Chris Drinkwater.
Cool, so another favourite from our live stream viewers, Chris. Again, you know, very impressive physique and very good conditioning. Great shot for him, that. Absolutely nuts from the back, and you know, within right for all these compliments, because condition it's there.
Yeah, look through the
very good.
There.
Yeah, I think some of his stage shots are going to be pretty cool as well, especially from that guy filming from behind.
Drinkwater, ladies and gentlemen. And now 176 from the United Kingdom, please welcome Dean Osawaru.
So Dean,
so new pro,
yeah, new DFAT pro this year. Very nice to see him on the NBW stage.
You know, obviously a pretty tall individual, longer limbed, still heavily muscled though.
Yeah.
I think it's just, you know, despite having a lot of muscle here, he's still relatively new to bodybuilding, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So, you know, just a few seasons under his belt, you know, very long glutes, so they're super impressive from the back. Very good side shot there.
Really good, yeah. And I think, you know, it's just a matter of time for him before, you know, he is in that top position. Beautiful physique, great genetics, and I think, you know, being a taller guy and just adding a little bit more muscle to that frame, and you know, he is gonna be up there. Yeah, Jose, it's Adam's client. Done a very good job with him.
Thank you, Lee. And the final free posing display of the weekend will come from contestant number 177 from Germany. Please welcome David Isaac.
Tio, I know, he's piped down now. I ask him a question and he disappears.
There's beef,
oh, hello.
There's beef in the chat.
Here we have, he's replied. Oh, nice. A seasoned competitor we have. So our final routine of the weekend, and that is in David Isaac of Germany. A great physique to conclude, you know, the weekend of routines, and what a weekend it's been. An absolutely incredible show, and it's been so good for Jack and I to be on this live stream. We've had the best time, and yeah, I mean, now's a great time really to say thank you all so much for tuning in, for tagging, for sharing. You know, all of that and all of the feedback from the live stream will only push, you know, AJ to want to run it again like this in future. So the more you share it, the more likely it is that we'll be here next year doing the same thing. So make sure, you know, if you haven't already, you do that, because it does, you know, every tag, every share, it goes a long way. I know I've said it a lot, but it's because it does genuinely mean a lot to all of us. So thank you for anybody that's done that already.
Okay, that concludes the free posing.
And of course, it doesn't just let us know we're doing a good job, and everyone else here doing a good job, but it boosts it and shares it to everyone else to spread the awareness of the show. You know, people talk. This is definitely going to be a show that's in people's mouths next year for sure.
100%.
I don't know why it wouldn't be the first show on your list.
100%.
Why this wouldn't be the first? Look, I'm not paid a penny to say that.
No.
But as a competitor, why wouldn't you want to be doing this show? The amount of effort that's gone into it to make, you know, put the competitors first, and you've seen that throughout today and yesterday.
Yeah, Onu, honestly, I have thanked you so many times, so to be fair, that's a valid comment, I'll take it.
The judges will put through their paces as they should be, because this is
you can tell that I'm grateful on behalf of AJ.
Yeah, you know, we've still got about 400 people in the chat, you know, and we have throughout the weekend.
Right then, this is going to be the best pose down of the weekend. I'm going to say it, I'm going to be bold. Look at the standard of that. Thank you so much, Darren. Thank you to you as well. And, you know, all of you, thank you all. I'm not going to say thank you again. I'm going to move on to the comment of Jake. Jack, are you getting sushi tonight? That is
sushi on the card. I haven't had sushi for a very long while because, unfortunately, at the moment, with where appetite is at, if I'm to fill myself with sushi, it's cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm a fake bodybuilder because I hate sushi. I don't like cream of rice, and I don't like sushi, so I'm losing points here. Yes, they are all natural bodybuilders. This is the standard of natural bodybuilding right now in the world. All of these guys on stage are professional natural bodybuilders, so...
Darren, funny enough, I'm actually only a single awful Starbucks down today.
Oh, you didn't get one in the break?
No.
Oh, no.
I won't be making that mistake again. Best part, £5 on absolute awful coffee.
We've missed a few of these. Darren, I've absolutely loved commentating. Yeah. Honestly, I've had the best time. It makes me a little bit sad if I am going to be a competitor next year that I won't be able to be on the live stream.
Why not? Just stay here, chilled, and then...
I did consider in my head, I was like, I could probably do one day, right? I could compete the next day, but I think AJ probably wouldn't allow that. Jack, have you enjoyed being on here?
Oh, it's been incredible. So we are trying to get back to as many comments as we can, but
also, yeah, it's great to see, you know, competitors watching it back and seeing what we thought of them. Obviously, if we were mean, I'm sorry, but we weren't mean to anyone, just constructive. Oh, I'm glad someone else hates sushi. It's awful, isn't it? I'd much rather a burger.
Prior to today, the biggest.
By Asian competitor, I believe you mean Andrew Lim from the USA. I don't believe he's done a Dutch show.
No, he was definitely at the the WMBF, but I believe that was in America. They like the cream of rice flavour reviews. Thanks, Matt and Liv, as well.
Okay, so despite our waffle, there is actually a bodybuilding show going on at the moment. So the biggest result, biggest class of the day.
Okay, let's see what they've gone for.
Fifth place in the Pro Men's Bodybuilding International.
Dean
Okay, so
cracking
Dean getting a top 5, that's great for him.
Yeah, really, really good. You know, pro debut season, cracking a top 5 on that lineup. He should be very proud of himself.
Fourth place goes home to Germany with David Isaac.
Okay.
David Isaac in 4th.
Very nice.
He's very pleased with that as well.
Yes,
The
so I
bronze
think
medal and £400 cash courtesy of Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide. The bronze medal was won by Chris Drinkwater.
Okay.
so the top 3 as they had them. Potentially some people would have had second and third other way rounds.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
Very, very similar sort of physiques, taller individuals. You know, potentially looking at Mikhail here in second. Yeah. A little bit more pop to the physique.
Yeah, I think a little bit more shapely as well, potentially. Obviously, it's one of those, isn't it? Apples and pears, conditioning, all of that. But in first place, I'll let them announce it.
Of £1,000 cash sponsored by Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide and the title of International Pro Bodybuilding Champion. Gene Gabriel!
And there we have it. You know, a clear.
Yeah, you couldn't really argue that. As soon as he came up for his individual at the start,
yeah,
you know.
As soon as he walked onto the stage, to be honest, he'd won. He didn't even have to pose.
But you just know straight away you don't often see that pop with condition on a bodybuilding show. So you know, based on that, there aren't going to be many people that can come up against that. So
very well deserved. I believe, you know, if you were to look at the judges' score sheets, I think second and third may have been a split in you know, whichever way they see. Again, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, I believe were probably very close. You know, they were bringing them out, moving them around. Adam and Panagotis probably just out that top 5. But what a lineup!
The gentlemen you see before you with those checks in front of them today have had to earn them, ladies and gentlemen. Our warmest, most sincere respects to every one of these pros.
And there you have it. Look at that. What a pro lineup. Outstanding standard of that stage. Just showing, you know, what's possible in natural bodybuilding, and the caliber of athletes there is, you know, pushing the bar. And all of that prize money. Crazy. Over £6,000 in prize money given out at this show, which is incredible, and I think such an amazing thing to be able to give back to the athletes. As you'll know, you know, prize money in natural bodybuilding especially is relatively rare, especially, you know, if you're not in pro lineups, but being able to give back to the athletes, I think, is such an important thing that AJ wanted to do. Look at them, they just stood there. You've done this before, guys, come on. There you go, look at that.
And now just the winner on his own, guys. And the pleasure of being the first time.
Yes, Zach, great comment there. Who needs post-Olympia motivation? This is a post-NBW motivation wave, because you should want to be on that stage, you know, next year and the following years. I know I do.
Who wouldn't want sparklers on the stage?
Know.
Come on.
There's none left for Bonfire Nat now. AJ stole the whole of the sparklers in Costco. I'm joking, they're definitely not from Costco. They're very professional.
Way to play it up, Zena. Costco Spark.
I'm joking. Cool. Well, I think, to be honest, that is probably, me and Jack are probably going to get kicked off this live stream shortly. So you're going to have to hear me say thank you again. But Jack, why don't you say the thanks this time, so people are bored of hearing my voice?
No, but there's still nearly 400 people
we're
on
back.
here.
Hello, guys.
So we can sign off. But honestly, thank you for everyone that's tuned in. You know, you've made this weekend a lot more, well, more enjoyable for us, you know, being interactive on the chat.
Yeah,
and also just, you know, giving us a heads up that we're doing a half decent job. However, they have brought back all the pro winners out on stage now. So you
Look
can just
at that.
see the standard.
Pro champions, absolutely incredible. An NBW show earlier in the year. Yeah, I'm sure that will be in the grapevine. I don't even know. I've spoken so
The pipeline.
At some point.
Word on the grapevine, or it's in the pipeline.
At some point in the coming years, for sure.
So to celebrate, we're going to run an overall and drug-free bodybuilding alliance global. I'm throwing out a £500 bonus to the winner.
Oh wow! Okay, so
It's all about the athletes. So one final time, ladies and gentlemen. You are now being judged.
okay, so for those of you on the live stream, we are now doing an overall of the overalls with a bonus £500 prize money. So essentially, I'm guessing they are going to pick the best respective for their categories, which is so cool. I've actually never seen this before. So hopefully you guys have not tuned out yet, because you've got a little extra teaser. It's almost like when you finish a movie, but you don't leave the cinema because you get a little bit extra, a little bit of a cheeky extra.
In the defence of, you know, the men's physique here and bikini, I don't believe they were told that they were going into an overall.
An overall, I think they were told they were having a photo.
Yeah, that they were coming back on stage. So I hope they haven't gone off and had a few things.
But each of these already won £1,000 in prize money. So who's going to take the extra 500? A cheeky little bonus. Zach's going with Jean. Honestly, Zach, same. I think for me, it was the one athlete today that as soon as they walked on the stage just blew me away.
Like realistically, for a natural athlete, that's pretty mind blowing.
Yeah,
That is actually mind blowing.
It really is. I think, you know, not to take away from the others, but for me, Jean, you know, and it's not just because he's open men. It's just, you know, he's got that wow. Look at that.
Oh, you didn't see that side leg often either.
No.
Rear pose of your choice. Guys, please face forwards.
Jean's probably absolutely exhausted as well. Pretty much like 3 in a row, isn't it? Like coming off stage and that side leg, it's undeniable in my opinion. Very good.
Okay. Please take a step to the side of the stage.
Okay, who's going to be the overall of overalls?
And I'd like to invite on stage to welcome the winner.
Who's coming? I believe
AJ
is being summoned to the stage for the overall of overalls for this incredible event.
President of the United Kingdom Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association, Mr. Christian James. The two gentlemen you see before you follow the legacy that I hope I've left after 30 years of the game, and they are the new era of natural bodybuilding in this country. And gentlemen, I would like you to welcome to the centre of the stage to receive the impromptu title of overall Pro International Champion with a £500 bonus. Your bodybuilding winner, Jane.
Yeah, honestly, I think it had to be, didn't it? You know, I don't think it could have gone any other way. I think he was definitely the standout of the show.
A very special athlete.
Very special. We've got a comment here resembling a Natty Bonat.
I was thinking that as well. The hair has something to do with it as well.
Absolutely incredible. Look at that. Insane.
Here we are. And then the victory pose, ladies and gentlemen, with all 3 athletes. Sean, Joe, go on side.
And there we have it, our pro champions. Someone did ask earlier, no pro women's physique. No, unfortunately not. There wasn't enough numbers to make it, you know, something that was in this season, but it will definitely be there in future seasons when, you know, more pro women are looking to compete.
Thank you very much. That concludes the contest.
Amazing. So that is the contest concluded. Jack, we are back on the screen. You can see our faces for one last time.
Tired
and hungry. But yeah, we've had an absolutely amazing time doing this, and it's been so much fun. And I know that you guys have enjoyed it as well. So shout out to all the sponsors for the show. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Any final words?
Not really. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. You know, thank you for making this an incredible event. And hopefully, if we don't see you on the live stream next year, we'll see you in person at the event.
Exactly.
So, you know, spread the word. Tell them, mate.
Yes. Share, tag, all of it. And yeah, you know, it's been an absolutely incredible event. And look at that.
And also,
AJ and Loz
it's
wouldn't be possible without
to these
them.
two.
Yeah, 100%. Would not be possible without them. And, you know, their passion for natural bodybuilding is so special. And I just know how proud they both are right now. It is absolutely amazing to see. So there'll be some last words for AJ, which we will, of course, all listen to together. So Jack and I will shut up for a second.
To do it together with you guys, together with UKDFBA. And so the last words, AJ Morris.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much to everyone who supported this first event. Like Lee said, the goal is this to be the new era. And for you guys and girls to be a part of this first one, it's just incredible. So, yeah, that's it for year 1. Year 2, please come back. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's amazing. And a little emotional speech from AJ, because you just know how much he's put into this, don't you? And how much it means to him. And yeah, you know, what an incredible event. Like, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, also confirming what I was hinting at earlier, that we will be going again next year.
Yes.
Obviously, dates will be released in due time.
Yeah, so hopefully,
that's very, very exciting.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you either on a live stream, but please, if you can, make the effort to be here in person as a spectator or as an athlete. But we will leave the live stream here. We will go back to some highlights, and you will catch us soon. Make sure you follow Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide on Instagram. And yeah, you know, if you haven't already, share, tag, do all of the good stuff. We're going to get food
it's
now.
A long weekend.
It's been a long weekend. So thank you guys so much. And we will catch you next year.
Trained by JP, Omega Pharma Pro, the highest quality omegas on the market. Omega-3s are very beneficial for eye, brain, heart health, and reducing overall inflammation. It's a must for your supplement stack. Most omegas on the market at the moment are underdosed and of a low quality. If you are investing in an omega product, it is best to go for the highest quality. So don't look any further than Omega Pharma Pro.
Yes guys, I'm Finn.
I'm Josh.
My name is Noah.
Hi guys, I'm Mark.
This is Natural Physique Coaching.
Take your time, get nice and wide.
We wanted to bring a coaching team to the table to help people achieve the highest level results possible naturally under our guidance.
Too many people think that they have to start taking performance-enhancing drugs to achieve a high-level physique. We want to prove to you that you can do it naturally and achieve the physique that you've always dreamed of.
We are here to deliver the best coaching service, all the way from lifestyle clients to building pro-level physiques.
We're here to deliver elite level coaching and achieve life-changing results. That's the one.